Hey everybody, this is Superintendent Ron Banner coming to you from my office at the SSC for my weekly superintendent message. Normally I'll come with a lot of logistics and put out some thank yous and all of those things, and I just want you to know the logistics will be out in different formats, and I always extend my thank yous out to our community, out to our parents, our students, and our staff, and so please take this as an acknowledgement of that gratitude continuing forward. So this week, I want to acknowledge some things. I want to acknowledge the murder of George Floyd, the long history of racism that we have not overcome in this country. I'm afraid that if we don't acknowledge things, then we are doomed to repeat them. And so I go back to times when I was work with students on maybe some minor discipline thing that we don't want to escalate and get worse. And that's part of what I would say to them and to their parents, is that we have to acknowledge this so that we can set a path forward, because if we don't acknowledge it, we'd be doomed to repeat it. And we know that this history in our society has been ongoing. It's been a long time, and we've got to make some change. We have folks that are protesting and lending their voice and standing up. And I just want to say, from my perspective, that is very powerful, and we need to continue to share our voice. You know, this year I sat down with students just so that we could make sure that we were hearing student voice, and we're going to continue that. But how powerful it was for students to be able to talk about what our district was from their eyes, from their lens, how it landed on them. And I think that's what's happening, and I just want to encourage people to continue to have a voice. I also want to encourage people to not let that voice get drowned out by violence. We need to make sure that we are standing up and we are giving our voice so that we can acknowledge what's happening, express that it's not okay, and demand change. What we're going to do in this district is we're going to continue our work around diversity. We're going to continue to figure out who we are and what we bring to the classroom, what we bring to our colleagues each and every day. We're going to continue that journey, and sometimes it's going to be uncomfortable, and that's okay. Sometimes we're not going to know what to say, and that's okay. But what won't be okay is if we just stand still and we don't further our journey. We have to seek to understand and be sensitive to. And it's not always seeking to understand the other person, it's seeking to understand ourselves. So we're going to continue to diversify our demographic of staff. We're going to continue to teach ourselves how we interact and interface to make sure everybody's included, and we provide equitable instruction and culturally responsive classrooms and instruction. So we will continue our journey in this district. I'm very proud of the work that we started this year, and very proud of the work that was embraced by staff. Proud of the work we did with our school board, proud of the work we did with our administrators. Important to note, we're not there, and that's okay to say as well, as long as we know we're moving in the right direction. This is an ongoing process, and we will enter the journey at different places, but we all have to enter the journey. And so again, I say that I'm proud of the work that we're doing. I know that together we're going to get where we need to get, or be on the path that we need to be on, because, you know, no cliche, we are #BetterTogether. We're going to be a lot better as a community than we are as individuals, and that's where we need to get to. We need to face this head on, and we need to work together to move ourselves forward. So I say thank you. I say we're going to do this, and don't ever let your voice be quieted. Let your voice be powerful, and let's make some change in this society, which starts with us in this school district. Thank you again. Have a wonderful and safe weekend, and remember, #WeAreBetterTogether.